Hello everyone. Today going to discuss about the polynomial. Okay, polynomial is a topic in your mathematics. So I'll discuss basics about the polynomial. What is a polynomial? Then I'll discuss about the finding out of the zeros of a polynomial by solving the equation and then by using the graphical method to represent the zeros. Okay, so starting with the very first thing, we'll try to define the polynomial. Okay, now as you can see that polynomials will try to define, examples of the polynomial will try to define. Okay, then types of the polynomial, and then we'll reach towards the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, so these four topics we are going to cover today in this video lecture. Now first of all, starting with the polynomial. So what are the conditions in which a mathematical expression becomes a polynomial? Okay, so first of all, it should be a mathematical expression. Second thing is that it should consist of variables and the coefficients. It should have the operations of addition, subtraction, and the multiplication. And we should have non-negative integer exponential on the variable. All these four things are required to have in a polynomial. So we'll try to understand this thing with the help of a few examples. Now I take this example. So we are having x square plus 2x plus 6, okay, equal to 0. In another one we have x cube plus 4x plus 6 equal to 0. Now if I'm saying this is a polynomial and this is a polynomial, then the points that I have told to you here, all these things should be applicable in that particular expression also. We'll try to see whether these are applicable or not. Okay, first of all, okay, we are having the variables, we are having the coefficients, we are having the constants. That's okay. Also we are having the positive exponential and we have the addition present here. So this is a polynomial. Similarly, in this case, you have the power equal to 3. That is a positive one. We have the additions here. Okay, we have the addition present here. We have the variables here, and we have a constant here. So this is also a polynomial. Now, what about these two? Okay, so very prima facie, whenever you see this thing, you can say that okay, this is also not a polynomial, and this is also not a polynomial. Okay, we will try to find out that in which conditions we can say about a expression on whether this is a polynomial or not. In this case, we have, if we want to simplify this thing, okay, so it is 1 by root x plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Now this implies is, okay, when we simplify this one, it comes out to be 1 plus 2x into x to the power half plus 6 into x to the power half equal to 0. Now on further simplifying this one, we get x to the power 3 by 2 plus 6x to the power half plus 1 equal to 0. Now here we see that the power of x is in the fractional form. We do have variables, we do have additions present here, but the power of the x is in the fraction. So this is not a polynomial. I have taken a similar example. Here also we are having the, now after this discussing about this one, now you people can conclude that okay, if this is not, this should also not, but this is not the case. Here, when you simplify this one, you'll get 1 by x square plus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, now when you further simplify this thing, you'll get 1 plus 2x into x square plus 6 equal to 0. And hence you'll come out to be, sorry, I missed here. It should be x square. Okay, now this will be your 2x cube plus 6x square plus 1 equal to 0. Now see here. So this is a polynomial Okay, this is okay. This is a polynomial, but this is not a polynomial because we have the fraction part. Okay, so before coming to the conclusion that whether an expression is your polynomial or not, first of all, try to simplify it and then see that the points that I have told to you, that is applicable or not. Okay, so please do not jump to the conclusion after seeing the expression. Now I'm coming towards the classification of the polynomial. So depending upon the degree, what is the degree? Degree is the power of the variables. Okay, so for example, x square plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Here the highest power is 2. Take this example. In this case, the highest power of the variable is 2. So it becomes a quadratic. Here the highest power of x is 1. So it's a linear. Here we don't have any power. So it's a constant, the constant polynomial. Here the highest power of the variable is 3. So it's a cubic. Here we have the highest power equal to 4. It's a quartic. We have the highest power of x equal to 5. So it's a quintic. Okay, so depending upon the highest power of the variable, we can classify the polynomials, whether it's a constant polynomial, linear, quadratic, cubic, quartic, or quintic. Okay. Now coming towards the next part of the discussion about the zeros of the polynomial, and this is a very you can say important part of your polynomial. First of all, try to understand. First of all, I'll read out the statement, then I explain this one. So polynomial are nothing but solution to the polynomial equation. Zeros are those values that make the polynomial equal to 0. Means solution and equal to 0 are almost same thing. Solution means when you have the value of that expression equal to 0. Okay. Now we'll try to understand with a very simple example. I take a polynomial y equal to 2x plus 10. Okay. Now, solution to the polynomial equation and the values that make the polynomial equal to 0. It means that the values of the variables, if you put that value in the expression, that expression value comes out to be 0. Okay. So first of all, to find out, I'll make this thing equal to 0 and 2x plus 10. Okay. Now this implies that 2x plus 10 equal to 0, and this means 2x equal to minus 10, and this implies x equal to minus 10 by 2, that equal to minus 5. Okay, here so x equal to minus 5 is the solution to the equation, and whenever you put this thing minus 5 in the expression, so y equal to 2 into minus 5 plus 10, so it will give you minus 10 plus 10 equal to 0. Now I think you might have got what I was telling you in these 2 points. Okay, so for the solution of the polynomial equation and values, so here the value of x, here the value of x equal to minus 5 is making my y equal to 0. So x equal to minus 5 is 0 of the polynomial. Okay, now I try to explain this thing in a twist manner. Now, for example, let's take an example. Okay. First of all, let me erase all these things. Because see, when we try to understand any concept, we need to understand each and every aspect of the things that we are required. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll take one more example in different manner. Okay. Let me choose the pen. Okay, fine. Okay, now here I take an example in a different manner. If I take x equal to 2y plus 10, then here y, now here we are putting x equal to 0, 2y plus 10, and this implies is 2y equal to minus 10. This implies y equal to minus 5. So in this expression, y equal to minus 5 is the zeros of this polynomial. Okay, and in this case, x equal to minus 5. Now you might have some confusion. Let me clear out the confusion first. See dear, actually it all depends upon the variables. What are in any expression, what are the dependent variables and what are the independent variables? Okay, now when I write down x equal to 2y plus 10, and if I write down y equal to 2x plus 10, in this case, your value of x is depending upon the value of y. So in this case, y is your independent variable and x is your dependent variable. Okay, please mind, all these words are very important. Now in this case, see, here the value of y is depending upon the value of x. In this case, your x is your independent variable and y is your dependent, because y is depending upon x. Okay, so it's a dependent and x doesn't depend upon the y. Okay, so it depends upon the terminologies. A very common example that I just give you: whenever you feel hungry, okay, whenever you feel hungry, you want to eat something. Okay, so number of chapati eaten by you depends upon the level of your hungerness. Okay, so the whatever you're going to eat, okay, it is depending upon your level of the hunger. So consumption is depending upon the level of the hunger. So if you take a scenario in which you are feeling hungry and you want to eat something, so the quantity to be eaten by you is depending upon the hunger level. So in this scenario, your hunger level is your independent variable and the amount that you're going to eat is your dependent variable, because it depends upon your hunger level. Okay, so in this way you can understand. See, actually maths and science, or basically physics, all these things are your common life examples. Okay, so whenever you take this as a common life example, then it is very easy to understand all these things. Okay, so now coming toward the solution in a graphical manner. Okay, I have taken this example in the previous one so as to make the things easier for you to understand. Now again, I'll do the same thing here. Y equal to 2x plus 10. First of all, I'll try to equate this equal to 0. So 0 equal to 2x plus 10, and this implies 2x equal to minus 10. This implies x equal to minus 10 by 2, that is equal to minus 5. So here I again say that y is your dependent variable, because the value of y is depending upon the x, and x is your independent variable. Okay, so I write down clearly, y is your dependent variable and x is your independent variable. Now this thing clear to you? Okay, so here x equal to minus 5. Now when you put x equal to minus 5, so y equal to 2 into minus 5 plus 10. Okay, and this will give you y equal to minus 10 plus 10 equal to 0. Now in a graph, this is your minus 5, this point. So this is your x intercept and this is your zeros of given polynomial. Okay, similarly, now if I take another example as I have given you, now if I change the position of the variable, now see what is going to change, how this is going to change the representation of the graph. I have made this thing, okay, for the y equal to 2x plus 10. Okay, now now if I'm going to take another example with a, let me choose a different color first. Okay, that is fine. Okay, now if I take a different expression like x equal to 2y plus 10. Okay, so here now putting x equal to 0, so 2y plus 10 equal to 0, and here 2y equal to minus 10. So y equal to minus 5. So for this expression, the 0 is y equal to minus 5 because here I have changed the position of the variables. Now here x is your dependent variable and y is your independent variable. Now here when I want to express the zeros, so minus 5 is lying here. So for this expression, the 0 is your minus 5. But for this expression, your 0 is your minus 5 on the x-axis. Here you have the zeros on the y-axis, negative y-axis. Please mind it. So please do not get confused with this one. First of all, try to see the polynomial and then try to analyze it, then try to find out. Do not try to mug up the things. Try to see things, observe the equation, and then try to find out. Okay, because in these things, whenever you try to directly jump to the some conclusion, so there you can make mistakes. So first of all, try to see, observe it, and then try to find out. Okay, so as I have told you, so now I'm going to summarize my complete presentation and the video. I have discussed you about the polynomial. What is a polynomial? How to define a polynomial? What is zeros of a polynomial? Okay, how to find out the zeros of the polynomial in a mathematical manner and to represent that on a graph. Okay, and I have also discussed you about the classification of the polynomial depending upon the highest power of the variables present in any expression. Okay. So hope people, this video is going to help you to understand the concept, and please try to understand the concept in a very, you can say, step-by-step manner. You should not jump to the conclusion. Okay, whenever you jump to the conclusion, then there may be some mistakes. Okay, so as you have seen this one. So thank you so much for watching this video, and hope so you like my explanation about the polynomial. Okay, thank you so much, and have a good day.